Good morning, everybody! Good morning, good morning! Aru! What's up, ladies and germs? It's Mama Bear. How is everybody today? Tell me you're fabulous. Fabulous, 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 fabulous. Ooh, Christina, 17th day of discovery. 17 is a powerful number. Yes, it is. Morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Guess what I got? What? Jug o' Frappuccino. I could market that. Jug o' Frappuccino. Good morning, everybody. Man, I hope you all have, I just hope you had the magical weekend I had. It was, let me just tell y'all. So I am just in such a place of gratitude for y'all this morning. I dreamed about the Wild Pack last night. I had this dream about doing these lives and everything, but in person. And everybody was there, and it was just like this crazy, magical, amazing thing, meeting you guys in person. And I'm just overcome with such gratitude this morning that you even show up and pay any kind of attention to my little YouTube channel and my blah blah blah. But mostly what I'm grateful for this morning, just like, you know, that kind of gratitude where you just almost can't breathe, is that you all are consistently showing up for the animals. And I honor you for that. I love you for that. And I just I just love it. Yes, after I told you goodnight. Sanity, little C, big C, who are you sending sanity to? Oh, okay, Pearl. Well, Pearl, now you don't want to be sane. All the best people are crazy. That's what it says in Alice in Wonderland. All the best people are. So in any event, all right. So, oh, thank you, Christina. Bernadette will do, thank you, but thank you. That is very sweet. So, we just let me tell y'all. So, well, first of all, thank you so much to Teapot, who keeps all these craziness at the lives going. I really appreciate you, Teapot. Good morning. Thank you so much to Amy, Amy Pittman, my right-hand person, my really becoming some part of my brain. And Amy and I spent a really magical day together yesterday. She's got her new website coming out. We were working on her website. Y'all, you will flip out. amypittman.com. It's not ready yet, but we're working on it. And it's beautiful. So she got that coming out. And then we worked all day on getting a whole new video thing going for everybody, because I think I mentioned to you all, I really was shown a vision of expanding, just really leaning into heavy teaching. And the reason for that is, with all the mishigosh going on in the world today, there's just this big move, it seems like, to gain control. And meaning like different companies, or we don't want to talk about government conspiracy theories here. That's a conversation for a different channel that I don't have. But there is just such a jockeying, because the internet has definitely, and social media has definitely put a lot of power in the voice of the people, right? Like us, you and me. And so with all of that going on, and you all, I've got to believe that at this point, y'all know how much I love when people try to control me. It's my favorite thing. And I react so well to it. But here's the thing. What is going to free a person? What is going to set a person free from the chain of fools? What is going to set you free? What is going to set you free more than standing in the seat of your own power? Por nada. Nada, zip, zilch, zero, nothing, as in nothing. So, for Bernadette, for what I do in this world, for what my sacred contract is, my job is to help people self-actualize and be the most natural version of themselves. So we've got video coming that it's free, because wisdom should be free. education should be free. Knowledge should be free. Now, if you want somebody to work with you one-on-one and pay you, you know, attention to you, well, that's what a class is for, and that's what you pay money for. This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. And opinions are not facts, but they're facts in my world. So my opinions are my facts until I know better when I do better, right? So y'all, I'm fitting to hit it with the, and yes, I said fitting to hit it with the classes on everything metaphysical, everything, because it all ties in together. You all, my wild pack, our wild pack, y'all are just way, way ahead of the game. Oh, I can see Canuel. Oh, you guys, it's C. Canuel's birthday. Let me just get this thought out or I'll slap forget it. But you all are way ahead of the pack. No joke. Because you've gone for the gusto. You've gone for the animal wisdom, that primordial thing that's coded inside of these human bodies that we wear, inside of our higher self, that is all things, right? Meaning your higher self is part of, give it a name, source, the Godhead, God, yakety, you get it, but you are that, and it is you. So you've just gone for the gusto. I'm so proud of you guys, and I just love it. Amy Wright, fitting to, it's a word, y'all. Okay, everybody ready? Let's sing happy birthday to C. Canuel. Are you ready? Happy birthday, C. Canuel. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, C. Canuel. Happy birthday to you and many more. Yay! It's C. Canuel's birthday. You made another trip around the rock. You made another trip around the medicine wheel. Yay! Good for you. Good for you. We are so happy you all joined us. We're happy that you're here. Because the world would be a darker place without you. So there we have it. Excellent. Okay. All right. So we're, just so you guys kind of know when you start seeing craziness come out of my channel and whatnot. And I also, I'll be apologizing on my forums. I keep swearing I'm going to get on the forums. And then something is just, it's been busy, y'all. But here's the other thing about those forums. I think I've finally gotten it now. What is tripping me up about those forums? Yeah, some of it's a time issue, but I just haven't, I'm not social. So I just having social kinds of conversations, I'm not good at, y'all. I'm not. But I like teaching, and I'll have those conversations till 4 o'clock in the morning. So I think my role on the forums is going to be more, from like a question and answer, those AMAs, ask me anything. And that's what's gonna be a big part of the memberships the membership thing that I'm working on, is showing up more there in that way where I can be working with people more one-on-one, and not chitty-chatting, because I really suck at that, y'all. Honest to goodness, I just usually keep my mouth shut in a social situation, because if I open my mouth, it's never gonna be good. So as Amy will attest, but it's because she's seen me make a dork out of myself any number of times. All right. So we are going to get started. Today's live tarot reading. Pick a card tarot readings for today, as you well know, it's Zodiac Day. So I'm going to go with the Zodiac signs in order, and I'm just going to draw 12 cards, and I'm just going to pre-draw them because that's what I'm being told to do. Ooh. Okay, I have a question, y'all. Pearl. Stop calling me out, Pearl. Okay. And for real, y'all, this whole COVID vaccination thing has got to get settled by next year, because I have got to go to England. I have got to spend a month in England or I'm a die. So, we got to get to England. Okay. So I have a question though. Something just hit me. Just so you guys know my process, when I get ready to do these lives, I have to flare out my spidey senses, like a Gila monster or a stegosaurus or a triceratops, or what is it? a Triceratops flares out those fans. It's like my big satellite sonar, and I go all around the world and I tap into everybody's energy, and I kind of go into that space where half of my brain is in theta state and half my brain is here, as much as my brain ever gets, being able to focus and concentrate like that on the real world, because I don't really live in the real world, but it appears like I do, but I really don't. So I was told that there's something happening for, yeah, Lisa, you want to go to England? It'll be fabulous. I'm going to camp out at the Arthur Findlay College. Camp out there. I'm going to get a suite named after me, because I've got to. Rosa Lipke, you're going to Australia? That's the other place I want to go. But their lockdown thing is like, my God, you've got to be in the government to get through right now, and even that you can't. But here's the thing. So you are going, Amy. You ain't lying. So everybody needs to go to England, see Canuel. Okay, so listen. Here's why I just did that thing. Like, is everybody, or the vast majority of y'all, can you hit me up in the chat? Just say yes, 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 or whatever. Are y'all working through having the courage to, or figuring out how to move more toward your dreams, or your quote unquote fantasies, or what you know is a soul calling? There's some energy that I'm picking up. There's something I'm picking up about, especially over this weekend, is you do want to go to Fort Collins and do an apprenticeship with Catherine Skaggs. Oh yes, you do, Kimberly, because it's no joke. Now, I've never been through it with her, but we've talked enough and I've known her long enough. I know what it's all about. Okay, all right. That's why I'm getting all that this morning. Okay, here's why I asked. So I drew 12 cards from the Arc. And for those of you just joining, welcome. I don't see any new names yet this morning, but for, of course, all of you that are always here, you know, you're my heart. You're just, my God, you're my heart. But I drew 12 cards for each of the zodiac signs. And then this was the 13th card. Now, you know, I'd already drawn 12 cards, but I looked at I'm going to say it because it's true. Just like last week. Oh, and thank you guys, by the way, for all the support that you sent about me going off the rails about the whole veterans service dog thing. I really appreciate the support on that. I'm sure it torqued some of you, but nobody said that it did. But I really do appreciate that, because it jacked me up pretty good for a few days. But I'm better now. Here's what happened when I looked at this card, the 13th card. See the light that's coming out of Pegasus's head? Well, first of all, I saw Pegasus flutter his wings, and then I saw a burst out of there that looked like a billion little tiny diamonds that just went whoosh right out of there, like it was coming straight towards me. That's why I stopped. So I just really want everyone to know, everyone who's working on, wow, y'all, a lot of y'all are really working on that. Holy guacamole. Wow. Okay. So, wow. Okay. Well, no wonder I was told this. Okay, listen. For all of y'all that are working on making your dreams come true, making your visions come true, you know you've got a sacred calling, but you're not quite sure yet how to do it, how to get there, whatever it is about this. I would really encourage you to work with Pegasus energy, and I'm going to tell you why. As I talk about all the time, my belief is that fantasy or mythical animals can be spirit, totem, and power animals because they're real. And somewhere there lives a world, a universe, where we will experience them more fully, maybe in their physical form or not. Because the theory is, and this is something I ascribe to, I really do believe this, I believe we come in and out of physical forms, but at the end of the day, we're pure energy. And by not even by believing in Pegasus or a unicorn or, you know, dragons were real once upon a time. I just want you to know. And I believe all these things are real because they're thought forms. And when so many people think about them and talk to them and dream about them and put them in movies, and, you know, all of that energy gives them form, right? It gives them life. But never forget that a Pegasus is a horse. Never forget that. And as a horse, it's got the power and the strength to carry you wherever you want to go. And you've got to know now you're going to add big old gossamer angel wings to this thing. What? Okay, now it really can carry you anywhere you want to go. Y'all won't have to get on a slow boat to China if you want to go to China. You just jump on the back of Pegasus and you fly over there and, have some mimosas on the way. I'm sure Pegasus will not mind if you pack a little picnic kit, and in there is some mimosas. So all that being said, for those of you that are working on it, Pegasus will take you anywhere you want to go. And also I'm being told that for people to Kimberly, yay angel wings, yay mimosas, right? Exactly, little C, big C. They're real in a dimension not easy for us to access all the time. Totally get that. Oh, Teapot, no problem. Hope everything's okay. Oh gosh. Oh, I hope everything's okay. No worries, Teapot. Oh gosh, you guys send some good energy to Teapot. She's got to go. All right. So I'm gonna have to Amy Pittman, calling Amy Pittman, calling Amy Pittman. Amy Pittman, I need you to help me look over this chat this morning, okay? Okay, great. Thank you. All right, wonderful. Thank you. Gosh, Teapot. Ooh, I hope everything's okay. All right, so this is the thing about your dreams this morning. This is for all the zodiac signs. This is going to be, I'm just going to declare Pegasus we'll do a month challenge. Not like it's a challenge, but I hear from people all the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. Where am I going to get the money? I don't have the money. I'm afraid to leave this to do this. So I don't have the money. I don't have the money. You're right. You don't have the money. You know why? Because you keep saying, I don't have the money. I don't have the money. My husband will say this. My wife will say this. My partner will say this. My family will disown me. And I'm only talking about if you want to be in the metaphysical space. What if you want to own a McDonald's? I actually have a client. This guy's dream, his whole life since he was a kid, is to own a McDonald's franchise. God love him. And McDonald's franchises are not cheap, nor are they easy to sustain, nor are they easy to even pretend to try to make a profit from. Then let's not even talk about real estate and locate. It is a deal to get a McDonald's. But God love him, it's been his dream the whole time. So I'm working with this old boy, and finally I said to him, well, you come to me for readings. And I don't know why you keep coming back to me for readings, because I keep telling you I don't see it, ever. Ever. And I don't want to tell you that because I know you want it so much, and you've wanted it since you were a kid. This guy has worked 3 and 4 jobs for 10 years to be able to scrape together the money and then try to get a business loan. I mean, he's got this thing in his head. Oh, thank you, Dana. So, no, little C, big C, you stop repeating the things you say in your head. How about them apples? Ha, 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 ha. Okay, listen. Sunny Smoothie. Hey, Sunny Smoothie. I don't think I've seen you around here before. Welcome. But I love your name, Sunny Smoothie. So, smooth operator. So, finally the other day, I said to him, well, 2 weeks ago, he called me, booked a reading, and I was like, I said, look, this is going to have to be the last reading. Well, why? Did I do something wrong? No, but I feel like a jerk consistently taking your money when I'm consistently telling you the same things in a different way. This guy has come up with 9,000 ways to ask the same question, and he gets the same answer every time. So he goes, no, I am really at a critical decision-making point, and I have decided that it really is yes or no. And I said, okay, let me ask you a question. I said, you're really into organic eating, healthy eating, sustainable sustainable gardening, sustainable farming, all of these kinds of things. Tell me again why it is you want to own a McDonald's. Well, it's not the same thing. It's blah, blah, blah. I said, really? I said, so this is not a psychic reading. This is a spiritual coaching. Let's be clear about that. And I said, and you got to tell me whether you want it or you don't. Yes, I do. I can't figure out what this is. It's keeping me from this. And I said, you are keeping you from it. I said, inside of you, you don't want to contribute to the misery of animals in this world, because the volume of farm animal things that go on, that have to go on to sustain places like Burger King and McDonald's and Wendy's is mind-boggling. It is mind-boggling. So that's number one. Number two, why would you want to serve humanity such low vibrational food? Why would you want to do that? You don't even eat McDonald's, right? True or not true? You don't even eat McDonald's. He goes, and then he started crying. I felt bad for him. He's halfway across the country. I said, come over, I'll give you a big old mama bear hug. I really felt bad. Y'all, in all of his dreaming, in all of his being focused on what he wanted and the why he wanted it and the this and the that, in his mind, what he equated was, well, if I make this volume of money, then I can also do this with that money. And I was like, see, you just solved the money issue. By deciding you don't want to do this anymore, you've already given a great gift to humanity. I said, what if you go about this the opposite way? If you're so hip to own a restaurant, why don't you buy like a Nature's Table franchise or something like that? Anyway, it changed his life. Oh no, who lost a puppy? Okay, actress, singer. I am very, very I am very, very sorry for your loss. Believe me, I am. However, that is not the kind of. Those are not the kinds of readings we're doing. Thank you, Amy Bear. Oh my God, Amy Pittman. Thank you so much. But we are all sending you great energy for that, because that's a painful thing. But here's the thing, you guys. With your dreams and your aspirations, make sure that you are in alignment with the why. And make sure that you've thought it through and asked for signs and received those signs really well. Because I'm telling y'all, this old boy, it's been a 10-year endeavor for him. 10 years. And all of a sudden, he never saw it in that light. So today is definitely going to be about perspective. Today is definitely going to be about, whatever your zodiac sign is, this is going to be your animal for the week. But overall, for everybody today, it's about Pegasus. And I'll ask you to keep that in your mind. Okay, so I'm going to rip through these zodiac signs. We cannot run, well, I cannot run late as I've jabbed for half an hour. But anyway, all right, here we go. I got a sippy. Hey, y'all, this ginormous thing, it is 165 calories and 0 sugar. Can you believe that? 165 calories, 0 sugar. So, and away we go. All right. So, starting off with Aries. Like, you need this energy, Aries. And yet, here it is. Bam! Okay. Condor, which is the king of... I would make y'all one if y'all were here. When you talk about the King of Swords, let's just talk about... So, let me just say, because you guys got to keep track of... I got to keep track of where I'm at. So this is the Aries Tarot reading. Aries Tarot reading for, what is today? Oh, August 30th, 2021. Aries the Ram, you guys are on fire, always. And always ready to go and always ready to do this. And I don't know that anybody really needs to tell an Aries, stand on your own 2 feet, be the leader, be the, do this, do that, because you naturally do it anyway. And normally, I find for Aries, that zodiac sign, sometimes, well, not really sometimes, but oftentimes their readings are, hey, ramp it down a notch there, Ramjet. But Today, I'm not feeling that from Condor and the King of Swords for you, Aries. What I'm feeling for your zodiac sign today is actually when you take a look at that Condor. Now, I've had many people ask me, why would you put a bird walking on the ground instead of making sure that the bird was flying? Because look at the look on that Condor's face. Okay. Look at the way the mantle of feathers goes around the Condor's neck. Look at the way that the wings are shaped. And Condor wanted to be the king, right? This particular Condor is a king. Now, here's the other thing. Birds are perfectly capable of walking. They don't like to, I guess. They don't do a lot of it. But the ones that are on the ground that do a lot of groundwork, like buzzard and that kind of thing, and that's, all in the same family, they do. And so sometimes we have to get out of the clouds, and sometimes we have to ground, and we have to do this. If you want something right, you got to do it your dang self. So for Aries today, for your tarot reading, looking at this Condor as a spirit totem power animal, I would really encourage you that whatever it is you're wanting to move toward, whatever this is you want, I know, don't mess with the Condor. Whatever this is you want, double your efforts, double your hard-headedness, double your focus, just double down on it and move toward it with just roll up your shirt sleeves and get her done. Now, let me also say this. The King of Swords is no joke. That, a sword can either be a savior or it can kill you dead. But it won't kill you dead if you're not willing to fell the sword swift and true. Whatever you weren't willing to cut away, whatever you weren't willing to slice out of your life, will. Now, I don't mean literally. I don't mean I'm getting a premonition that some of my Aries out there are going to die. I'm not. I mean, well, I do have that premonition every day because, in fact, we are all going to cross over at some point, right? Go back to from whence we came. But what this means is if you are an Aries and you have a challenge cutting out things, people, situations that no longer serve you, that is no longer serving you. You must be willing to pick up that sword and we talked about this last week. You've got to be the sovereign leader in your own life. Hey, Lily. Thank you. That's very sweet. Good morning, beautiful Lily. You've got to be the sovereign leader in your own life. So Aries, that is your tarot card reading for this pick a card session today. And it's not even full steam ahead. It is like polish up those ram horns, get scope locked on what you want. And I'm not saying that nothing else in your life should matter. I definitely am not saying that. What I am saying is that whatever is truly in your heart it's got to be. Now, let me tell you guys something. I'm being told to drive this a little bit further. One of the worst things that I can do for myself is not get rest because of all my autoimmune drama. And I know better than to not get rest. I know it because it'll take me down every time. That's a hard concept for me because I've been doing 14, 15-hour days for the last 30 years because I love what I do. Some of it's being a workaholic, but mostly I just love it. It's like a drug for me, y'all. It truly is. This past week, 5 nights in a row, I don't think I slept more than an hour or two. And I was a little bit paying for it yesterday, but not a lot. And what that proved to me was, because I'm on the hunt about getting everything in place to do all this educational stuff, because I'm being called to do it. And I'm being called to do it. And I'm excited about it. And I've been shown the vision of what it's going to mean for everybody. And how that's what it's going to mean for the world. To the people that it's supposed to mean something to, and the parts of the world that it's supposed to be meant for, right? And so there's something about this for Aries. I just want to say this one more thing for Aries. I'm not saying work yourself into the ground. I'm not saying make yourself sick. I'm not saying get rid of everything else in your life and only focus on that, whatever that is for you. But remember, today's card for all zodiac signs for this coming, maybe even next month, is the Pegasus. And so when you start adding these two animals together, you get the best of both worlds. You get a condor and a king in the tarot. And, you know, I use the traditional tarot card meanings for the Rider Waite Smith deck. That's what fuels my deck, the Arc. It is, you've got the best of both worlds. You're going to be able to achieve your dreams, meet your goals, surpass them. Like, you're going to get to your goal and you're going to be like, oh, I wasn't thinking big enough or magically enough or expansive enough, or I didn't have a big enough dream. What the heck was I thinking? I'm fitting to go bigger, fitting to go. Okay, there you go. And that's a new word for the week, is fitting. All right, moving on. Taurus, I hope that was helpful, Aries. All right, Taurus, it is the Taurus Tarot reading for August 30th, 2021. That calls for another sippy sip. I need a live-in chef. I do. I want a live-in chef. I would pay them just to make me frappuccinos like 10 times a day. Okay. This is interesting. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. What is the Two of Cups about? Perfect harmony, sacred unions, and mutual attraction. Okay. This is insanity. Insanity. Okay. Okay, so Taurus, for your tarot reading, okay? It is, wow, holy cow. You start marrying, again, Pegasus with the Two of Cups, which is about perfect harmony. This is back to that old boy that wants to own, well, he doesn't want to anymore, that wanted to own a McDonald's. Okay? Oh yeah, Amy, I forgot we were doing that. Amy, if you would please, Sunny, Mount Diablo, and 6 condors. Well, I'd have to have a helicopter take me up there. I don't hike very much, but I hike to Publix every now and again, and that's a hike. But that is very, very, very cool, Sunny Smoothie. That is very cool. You want a glam squad to come make you beautiful every morning. There's no such thing. You're already beautiful every morning. Y'all saw me on Friday, not a dang stitch of makeup, my hair not done anything. Okay, so when we talk about our dreams, like this old boy with the McDonald's, boy, he just really thought that was going to be his ticket. He dreamed about it for years. And then when he realized it wasn't the right thing for him, here's also what I told him. I said, because he called me a few days, boy, that reading disturbed his demons, but only because he had to rethink his entire reality that he'd been thinking was his reality for 10 years. He said he has never felt so full of hope, so full of passion, so full of everything ever since the first day that he dreamed about the McDonald's. And he has decided that really at its core, it wasn't the McDonald's that he wanted. It was he wanted to serve people's spirits through food. And he wants to own a restaurant to serve people's spirit through food. So he decided that instead of buying a franchise, he's got way enough money to start his own healthy eating, organic, shishi, really upscale, because he's way out Seattle way, or he's out that way. I don't remember, but he's out west somewhere where the market loves that and would substantiate that, right? And so he's never been so what happened for him was exactly, Taurus, with your bullheaded self, is maybe the lane that you're in is not the lane you should be in. maybe you should open yourself to a lane that will be your perfect harmony, because that is coming for you. And the other thing you've got to remember then, so Taurus, that zodiac sign, you've got horns. And what do we always say about animals with horns, or even giraffes with their little, their little antenna on their head, that everything is, and like that is an antenna. And it keeps you even closer connected to the divine. That's symbolism and meaning. That doesn't mean that it's true. It just means that that is a symbolism we can ascribe to that. Well, when you start looking at the tusks on a warthog, if I were a warthog, oh my God, now Hakuna Matata is going to be playing in my head all day. Thank you so much, Taurus. So the reason warthog wanted to be the Two of Cups, because it's an unlikely animal. I mean, you think of a Two of Cups, you think doves and you think swans, but that's not what perfect unions are about. It can be about that, but perfect unions are about the truest of loves, that love you and you love it back, warts and all. And so to the animal kingdom, these were the perfect critters to be, and I got to tell you something. You try to find a good picture of a warthog. Good luck with that. But one day when I was like, this is one of the last animals that came into the ark, I sent out a call to the animal kingdom. I was like, y'all, please. I know it's not. I keep looking at the birds, and the birds keep shaking their head no. I keep looking at this. They keep shaking their head no. I'm like, what? And all of a sudden, I was doing a search on... I was doing a search on flamingos. I was thinking flamingos, they're pink. They stand on two legs. They've got the two symbolism. They're water animals, blah, blah. I don't know why, but warthogs came up in my feed. Go figure. And there they were. So, Taurus, let me go back to the tusk. So, if you are working toward a dream and you know it's the dream for you, or if you're just not really sure exactly what your dream is, exactly what your goal is, you can work with those tusks to do exactly what warthogs do. They get up under things with that, and they get up under it and they find what they want. They root out what they want. So for you today, Taurus, for your tarot reading today, for your zodiac sign, it is about making sure that what you want is the perfect union for you. And if you have to dig deeper, you just have to dig deeper. And if it's not for you, you've got to make yourself fly away from what is not your dream. Do not stay stuck in what you lost interest in and you lost love for long ago. That's a bad move. Don't do it. I don't recommend it. Okay. Moving on. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Thank you. This is my normal vibe. That's the other thing I got to get back to. I show up trying to look all professional and stuff. Those who know me know I'd probably be walking around in jean, like in an overalls with, the jean overalls with the shorts ones. I'd be doing that instead. This is what I normally look like, y'all. Thank you very much. Exactly, Christina. That's exactly what I thought. All right, moving on. Gemini. Wow, Gemini. All right, so this is a Gemini tarot reading for August 30th, 2021, and you've got Triceratops. Now, this is super interesting to me. When you talk about the twins, they're back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Amazing communicators. Hello, Georgie. Georgie the Pirate says hello, everyone. They're just amazing communicators. And while they can wreak havoc upon themselves for not being able to make a decision. Yeah, Ma, that's true. That is oh, wow, you're right. That's the flare out I was talking about. What? You're totally right. Dirt. Okay. I didn't even see the cards when I pulled them. I just counted out 12 cards. Holy cow. Okay. Ha! There we go. So see, thank you all for pointing that out. I wasn't making the connection really quickly. That, and Libras are like that too, C. Canuel, and so are Pisces. That's why y'all are the dual signs. Okay. So Gemini, this is going to definitely be a connect the dots tie-in for your zodiac sign right now, because when earlier, I don't even know why I said the flare out, like your radar, like your satellite system, your radar, but Triceratops will tell you that, you know, they're very much about using sacred vision. They've got a tri-horn thing going on. So it calls in the divine number 3, the divine triad, you know, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Maiden, Mother, Crone, all other threes. And what I'm hearing for Gemini, interestingly at the moment, okay, y'all. Ooh, Georgie. Okay. Okay. This is, wow, this is real. Yeah, Father, Son, Spirit, exactly. So this is the thing about this. I have to ask, for you Geminis that are out there, I just keep hearing business partnership, business partnership, business partnership. Or even project partnership, project partnership. Almost like let's, and I don't know why this popped in. Well, maybe because I'm psychic. We all are, but that's what I'm doing here this morning. Is somebody out there working on trying to get a community garden going, or they want to be part of a community garden, or like a community farm or garden or something? I feel like somebody that's watching now, I keep being shown a dispensary. I assume you mean the ganja. I assume you mean marijuana, that kind of dispensary. In which case, would you grow your own? A farm with animals and children. Yeah, I keep getting this is like a community garden, but it could be like, Christina, if you're doing a thing, Marahoochie. That's right. I was trying to think of that word, Lily. You saw me thinking Marahoochie. Okay. So, oh, little C, big C, you volunteered to work in a community garden. Okay, you have a grow house. There we go. Man, Christina, your energy it was strong last week. It's strong again today, but little C, big C. How do you farm children? Lily, that's fantastic. That's hilarious. Okay, for anybody that's doing anything about that, but you know, like for sure, little C, big C, the community garden. Christina, even if you're not a Taurus, or excuse me, even if you're not a Gemini, I feel like this is a dual message, right? Like, this is for sure for Gemini, but it definitely would be for you or anybody that's doing the community gardening thing, which is this. Oh, Jules. Okay, Moon in Gemini. You're part of a pollinator plant project beginning in 2 weeks. Growing plants along. Okay, there you go. See, exactly. Let me just think. Well, let me just tell you. Let me just tell you that I don't know how it's going to happen, but for those of you, any zodiac sign, but in particular for Gemini, usually you're about the 2. Now you've got to be about the 3. There's a third leg of something coming for you. There's a third, it's either a third person, it's a third entity of some kind. I don't know what that means yet. I'm not sure what that means, but I don't know, but there's a third something in it, and it's going to have to do with, what's no third party action? I don't know. Okay, here we go. And the scammers are back. Hold on, y'all. I got to ban some people. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Give me just a second. Last week, I totally, I blocked somebody trying to block a scammer, and I was a jerk and totally just didn't see it. Oh, cool. Oh, Amy, that's cool. Okay. So, um, you guys know that none of me or my people are ever going to hit you up in chat and be like, inbox me for a reading. We don't do that. Okay. So that said, the other thing is what I'm being told from Triceratops is it's about sacred ancient wisdom. And what I'm hearing in my head is heirloom seeds, heirloom seeds, heirloom seeds. So this is a physical thing with the heirloom seeds, but it's also a knowledge thing. It's almost like, no, it's not almost like, it is exactly like Gemini. You're really being called to look on the wisdom of the ancestors because they had so many things right that in the name of progress, taking shortcuts, making more money, there's nothing wrong with making money, but taking shortcuts to give poor quality anything, I have a problem with that. That's just me. But it is, I did see Canuel. I totally did. I did. And I am, as usual, I'm sorry, y'all, but I am slapped behind on returning emails. But I promise I've read every one of them. Truly, I have. Yeah, it could be planting your own garden, so to speak. It is, Dawn. That's so wise, Dawn. Sacred ancient wisdom. Something to meditate on. Good morning, Dawn. Okay. So, oh, that's right. That's totally right. Triceratops were herbivores. Duh. Why wasn't I thinking that? Thank you very much, Sunny. I really appreciate that. You're totally right. Okay. There you go. Thank you for completing my thoughts, Sunny. That was fantastic. Okay. Okay. So there you have it. All right. There you have. Okay, I'm moving on. Okay, now we are going to Cancer, the Cancer zodiac sign. Cancer zodiac sign. Who are you and what did you do with Dawn? Thank you kindly, sir. Okay. Another magical creature, a centaur. When I do that, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to hear centaur talk to crab and see. So this is the Cancer tarot reading for this morning, August 20th. Well, for your week, August 20th, 2021. Okay, Cancers. Cancer zodiac sign. Do you all have something going on regarding education for children? Education for children, or education for children, or education for your own inner child, in that you are doing things in your life that you wanted to do as a child, but then had to put that away for whatever reason. There you go, Melinda. Oh, and your last name is Fern, and we were just talking about plants. Ah, that's so cool. My friend asked me to team up. No, this isn't about kids going to school. I mean, it's back to school season. This is not about that. This is about educating children, but not school. Almost like Oh, you're starting a school? I've had this dream. Oh, Gail. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, this is resonating with a bunch of you. Okay, so listen. For sure, if you're a Cancer, that's your zodiac sign. This reading is for you. But if there are others out there, because I'm not seeing just one. Okay, so this is a centaur that wanted to be a centaur, and here's why. If you look at what a centaur is about, they really are master teachers. They've got the wisdom of the ancients. They're amazing. And some people will argue that this is an incorrect centaur because it's got the rump of a deer, and they usually have a rump, the body and the rump of a horse. And that not only is it a girl, but it's a child. And I would tell you that centaurs can be whatever they want to be, and they are. And if they come to an artist in a vision, and an artist, which an artist did, make this centaur, then it is indeed a centaur. And centaurs are all about untamed nature. You don't good luck trying to tame a centaur. Just good luck with that. And you start adding a centaur to Pegasus, and you get them working together with the crab. And all I saw, pardon me, oh my God, I'm almost out of Frappuccino. Fortunately, there's more in my fridge. So what I saw on the beach were baby crabs, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And I saw really little centaurs all the way up to about 13 or maybe 12 or 13. Not really the teen age, but hey, Jeremy. Hey, Annie. I don't know if y'all can see Jeremy, but he's here helping me again today. Okay, that's, no worries. Double horseman crab mix, too happy. What is that, like a new hush puppy? Double horseman crab mix? I'd like to see the general population regain control of the solar system. It's going way too far. Maybe one day I'm going to open up my channel to have those kinds of conversations. But Dawn, preach, brother. Preach. Don't get me started. Having said that, okay, Deanna Medley. Hey, Deanna, I don't remember seeing you here before, but welcome. And yes, children can be our dreams. Or Dionysus. Yes, exactly. Okay, boy, we're all on the Greek stuff this morning, aren't we? I love it. Okay, so here is the story. Cancers as a zodiac sign, y'all are you can get spooked really easily. You can get scared really easily. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all can get scared, right? But then you oftentimes, and this is not true for every Cancer, but I have found this to be a lot true, that if you are the kind of Cancer zodiac sign that shimmies back into your shell when you're scared, and then you sit there forever waiting to see if it's safe to come out, right? This is not the day for that. You have got to step out of you as a centaur. And what if y'all ever seen, there's about 1 million movies that have children doing this, but have y'all ever seen a group of kids storm a castle or storm anything, where in their little hearts they just mean it with all their might, and they all band together and they yell and they scream freedom, like in Braveheart, and they've got their sticks, or they've got their this, or they've got their that, and their capes on, and they go for the gusto. It can be really easy to think, aren't they cute? They're kids. But kids are smart, and kids have a pure soul. And when they get on a cause, when they want to fight for justice, when they want to fight for something right, they're no joke, y'all. And so this is about that for Cancers today. And whoever is vibing with the whole, I'm doing something to educate children, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, whatever, it's going to be all Whitney Houston up in here. I believe the children are our future. Of course they are. Of course they are. So, I see the movie Gladiator right now, right? I can't tell you how many times I've watched that movie. I just love that movie. And you know the other movie I love? 300. If y'all have never seen the movie 300, it's like watching an oil painting come to life. It's one of the most visually stunning movies I've ever seen in my life. But I'm all up into Greek yogurt. I'm up into that too, but Greek and Roman mythology, any kind of mythology, I'm your girl. So, all that said, okay. Of course you're not alone, Dawn. Listen, anybody with any dang lick of sense feels the same way about you as the schools as about the school system in this country. I mean, so the second one not so much. Wait, Kimberly, was there a sequel? There was a sequel to 300? What, like it was 600 or something? Is that what you mean? I don't know. All I can say is, don't get me started again, and this is not really anything I want to discuss on my channel, but for any of y'all that have gutted it out watching Handmaid's Tale, look around at what's happening today. Look around. Now, admittedly, I'm pretty sensitive to that kind of stuff. I come from a Jewish background, and I was born and raised in the South. So I feel fairly confident that I know a thing or two about people being persecuted. And I don't sanction that. I don't support that. In fact, I do everything I can in my own lane to help people be able to stand up for themselves so they don't get persecuted. That's what I do. So, that said, what? There was a sequel to 300? I never even knew that. Oh, Raven, it is horrifying. But if you watch anything or read anything about real things that happen during genocide of any kind, Holocaust of any kind, it's welcome to the jungle, and it blows, but you know it is. Okay, that's the Sparta Hotel. The Sparta Hotel. That's the best ever. That is fantastic. Okay, moving on. Okay, so there you go, Cancer. You've got a lot to think about and a lot to do. But it's all about the kids because all of those little centaurs and Krabby Crabs are playing together on the beach. And I'm watching them all bum rush something. I don't know what they've all band together. And I'm watching like young centaurs and little crabs, holding up their little swords and they're going for it. So there we go. Okay. Okay, y'all, swear to Swanee, I pulled 12 cards. I did not look at them. These are all power cards. This is all about the power up in here this morning. Okay. So that said, we're moving on to Leo. Ooh, and I got to go quick like a bunny. You guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to rip through these. Leo. Leo, you got the King of Wands, the tiger. It's the eye of the tiger. So I don't know what there really is to say. This is the Leo Tarot reading for August 30th, 2021. I don't really know what else there is to say. Lion, tigers, and bears. Oh my. But there is a difference between lions and tigers. Not terribly. Hold on, I'm trying to see what this means for Leo. Leos. Here's what I'm getting. We got the power. We do see Canuel. So this is the thing. I don't know this to be true, but I am having a tiger and a lion stand in front of me and say, yes, tigers can be a little more stealthy than lions. I don't know that to be true, but they can move in greater. What I'm being told by the spirit totem and power animals is that tigers can move a bit more stealthily. And that is more their nature, whereas a Leo will just come out of the brush and just jump on you. A tiger might track you for a while, not like a game, but track you for a while, and you'll never know they're there. There's something going on. No, I have not seen that. No, I have not seen that, Lily. I would love it if you would send me like just tell me what channel it's on or whatever. Okay, so I it is oh, tigers and zebras, they only have 2 color receptors, so that's why zebras look like grass to them. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, Disney. Okay. Disney Plus. It's so interesting you say that, Lily, because over the weekend I was like, do I sign up for the Disney Channel? Should I? Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? Because if I do, I'll never get anything done. I'll sit and watch Disney movies and Disney cartoons and everything all day long. I'll never get anything done. Okay. Murder not committed. That is a good thing, Pearl. Okay. So listen, I don't know what you Leos, I don't know what your zodiac sign is going after for your goal, your ambition, your dream, your whatever, but you got to get stealthy about it. And you got to start tracking it. What I'm really hearing is like the King of Wands is like what? Loyalty, honorable, ferocious. Okay, y'all don't shoot me. Don't shoot the messenger. And don't flame out on my channel with this talk. But you know, we're in a time in the world where people are terrified to speak up. And for whatever their reasons are, and I do think discernment should happen. Sometimes you're smarter not to say anything to get to the ultimate place that you want to go. That does not make you not brave. It actually makes you very brave because you can keep your mouth shut long enough to be stealthy. So Leos and anybody that has Leo in a significant house in their chart or is resonating with this, that's what it's about. It's about speaking up. Meaning, oh my gosh, Lily, that's why you were supposed to tell me about the two tone. You can only see things two. Holy cow. See, this is why we're a pack, y'all. I might be the one sitting behind the microphone giving the readings this morning, but we're a pack. So I was like, well, Lily must have brought that up for a reason. And then I'm talking to the lion and the tiger, and lion and tiger just said to me, Bernadette, too. You're at a critical time where you are supposed to step up and speak up, but you've got to decide what the best way is to do that. Meaning, it can take as much courage to keep your mouth shut and patience as it can to open your mouth and then let the chips fall where they may. But it is about you stepping up, which is unusual for a Leo because you guys are some of the most altruistic of the zodiac signs. You're like Capricorn. You really think the whole world is yours to be a leader for and make sure everybody's okay and everybody in your pride is happy. And so, yes, speaking versus meaningful silence. I've never heard that name before, Lily, meaningful silence. But I will tell you that for many years I've been teaching, and it started when I started teaching acting, and people would want to bum rush into their lines, and I'd be like, don't do that. Because the strongest form of communication we have available to us is complete silence. And there are many reasons for that. I just went through a thing where somebody, in a very passive-aggressive way, tried to provoke me. They vomited their opinion all over, tried to pass it off as, you know, they were handing me a gift, helping me, and I just didn't say a word because I had an end goal that I wanted to get to. And they helped me get to that goal without having to break a sweat. It was awesome. So what I'm saying is I'm fighting with myself in my head about whether or not I need to say something to somebody. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you mean by say something to somebody, but here's the thing. Now is not the time for you to lose your courage. Now is not the time for you to become the cowardly lion. In fact, now is the time for you to decide what you're going to take a stand for and stand up to it like a king would, like a king of wands would, like a tiger would. And that's that. That is it. And so this is for everybody really trying to do something. Now let me go. I'm going to admit something to you all. So I've had the same internist for 15 years. And I think I told y'all I had a kerfuffle about 2 months ago with one of the gals in her office. What that internist doesn't know is that a couple of people in her office are also clients of mine. And I don't know why I was chosen to be the canary in the coal mine, but I was. And even before I knew the information that I was told after the kerfuffle and after this happened, and I got fired by my internist for non-compliance and talking down to her staff or some kind of nonsense like that. And I thought, that tells me everything I need to know about your integrity and your ability to know what's going on with your own staff, which could very well compromise my health, and I am not interested in that. So after that happened, I got 2 phone calls from those people, and they were like, listen, we are sorry, but we know, we just called to tell you whatever. Thank you very much. I appreciate the inside information. I was a canary in the coal mine, because even though my internist kicked me to the curb for no reason other than saying to somebody who's standing there in a professional in a medical environment going, I did not, and I mean, just like that. And I was like, could you kindly stop acting like a thug? A street thug, pardon me. I said, could you kindly stop acting like a street thug? There are much better ways to communicate, period. But you will communicate with me in a different way. Are we clear on that? And that's exactly what I said. Lord, you'd have thought I put a bomb in the building. But I stood up for myself, and I stood up, and apparently my internist is part of the cancel culture. Well, that got to uncovering a few more things about that particular young lady, and she's no longer there either. So all that being said, it is, you get the message. You get the message, right? Okay, so there we go. All right, moving on. I got to go. All right, Virgo. Oh, y'all, I really do have to go. Okay, I'm going to rip through these pretty fast. I'm sorry. All right, Virgos, chameleon, which is very interesting because, yeah, exactly. You'll know when the right time is and when the right time is not. Okay, so Virgo, this is the Virgo tarot reading for August 30th, 2021, and you've got the chameleon. Now, when I think about how a chameleon has anything to do with a Virgo, okay, Virgos, I feel like, hey, Sylvie, I just feel like you Virgos, I got the chameleon card. The chameleon as a spirit totem power animal has shown up for you all today. But I keep seeing the 8 of Swords card. 8, 10, one of those. I can't remember right now. But it's it's the one where the gal is blindfolded and she's all in bondage, so you would think. And then she's got the wall of swords around her in the ground, but she really can cast off those bonds, those chains, anytime she wants. It's a perspective issue. And I just feel, thank you, Amy, 8 of Swords. That's what, I don't know why I couldn't remember that. But there's something about you Virgos out there that are feeling really bound up like that, like you are being held hostage. But and what I'm hearing is you do have outside influences that are really trying to do that. They really are trying to keep you down and really trying to keep you in chains. You can't do that. and you've got to change your own colors. Meaning, if the temperature of the situation or the person is not right for you, zig or zag, whichever way you're supposed to go, but change your own colors. And what's going to happen is it's going to ward off those that are trying to. Virgos, this is it. Your colors are going to shine so brightly, they'll recoil from the light. It'll be like that kind of thing, right? Like a vampire. That's it. The vampires in your life, they're going to move along because you're going to shine your colors so brightly. And that might cause you a little bit of pain. You know, when people start coming to the want to do, you know, they know they're being called by metaphysics to be a practitioner of some kind, or alternative healing, or, you know, alternative healing. I can't. Is this resonating for you, Lisa? Natasha, is this resonating for y'all? Wow, that's really interesting. Yeah, I totally get you, Aaron. Well, I get you, Aaron, and that's on me. I've got to cut back on everybody's time. Okay, meaning don't go so much into it. I totally get that. And I am sorry that you would feel rushed. And then I would also remind that this is free. So it's a free reading that I do. And normally I wouldn't mind staying later, but I just cannot do it this morning. So there you go. There's something about you've got to shine your light. And that's going to recoil people. And whatever your color is, it's going to recoil the people that you don't want to be recoiled. I mean, the people that you do want to just go away. It's just going to do it automatically. And when I think of Virgo in conjunction with Pegasus, I just keep seeing everything angelic. Wings and the light, the iridescent light and everything. So there's something about an ascension, an elevation that Virgos are supposed to be going through. So if you're feeling like you're in a time of turmoil and it's a growing pain, it's not really turmoil, you are elevating. Every part of you is elevating, and that will become apparent to you in the next few months. It really will. It really will, and it's going to be very cool. Okay. All right, so moving on. There's a lot of ancient kind of stuff coming out today. This is very interesting. Okay, so when we talk about this critter, most people don't even know what they are. They think they're part of the porcupine family, maybe the anteater family. And this is the Libra Tarot reading for August 30th, 2021, the Libra Tarot reading. Libras out there, are you going through a time where you're doing a lot of research? I just feel like Libras are going through a time where they're doing a lot of research, or there are a lot of books that you're into. I don't know what it is about the books. There, I don't know if you're in school or you're going for just want y'all to know my phone flashed, and why I had to go at 10:30 needs to move the call, and so I got plenty of time. If you want to be hanging there with me, awesome. Very interesting. Okay, so tons of books around me. Okay, so I would say that I have never had this come through in a reading before, ever. You're supposed to research this animal. And every time I go to say the animal's name, I feel like something's putting a hand over my mouth, even down to how to pronounce this animal's name. You're supposed to research, and then research this animal, and then research the country that it's coming from. Because there's something for Libra going on right now in your research where, you know, Libras are the balance. They're the the scales of justice. They're all of those things. And it's really not about balance so much as it's about getting the full information, which will then give you balance. Meaning, what size is your scale? Is it a peeny weeny little, like, you know, they use in pharmacies sometimes? Or is it one of those giant ones like they used to measure grain in back in the day? And what I'm being told is it's supposed to be the biggest scale that you can imagine, because something about Libra. Here it is, Kimberly. ECHIDNA. I have never, ever, ever, ever had this meeting before. I mean, this meaning before. But honestly, yeah, an industrial scale. There you go, Sylvie. You're supposed to research this animal, the country, and it's going to show you something about what you're researching, the knowledge that you're trying to get a hold of, because you don't have the whole story yet. You don't have the full picture. There's like this critical piece of information that you're missing. Case in point. So in my thing about where I want to pivot to do these teaching videos, I bought a program yesterday called Lumen 5. It's pretty cool. You guys should check it out. Those of you that want to do your own videos or you do teaching or whatever, it's really cool. And I bought it because it's an AI software. So like you put words in and then it does, it creates these videos. But what they never said in their marketing materials was, well, it only pulls 20 lines at a time. So if you put 1,000 words of copy into it, it's only going to pull the 20 lines that it thinks are most relevant from that copy. I don't even know how a computer could make that decision for me. Now, you do have the ability to copy paste others, but there were a couple of things that it didn't read in the marketing materials, in the sales materials, that it was not the right one for me. So I wrote in and got it refunded, and now I've moved on to Camtasia. So it's that kind of thing. It's like you can't know what you don't know, but you've got to dig for the information. So I'm just going to leave you with that, Libra. Good morning, Tara Lynn. Okay, I hope that was helpful. All right, moving on, Scorpio. Okay, now listen, y'all. They are funky little critters. Okay. So, oh, Sheila. I love it. I love it, Restless. I'm glad you've been spending time with the cards. Okay, listen. I always have to be super duper duper careful when I'm doing, okay, so just so that everybody knows, it's the Scorpio tarot reading for August 2021. And I always have to be really careful because I'm a triple Scorpio. And when I pull a card, I want to be sure that the interpretation that I'm getting is for all Scorpios, not just for me. Y'all. Stephanie Drusco, I just moved to a bigger house with a nice library. There's like a whole room that's just a library in your house. That is very cool. Holy cow, wait a minute. What? Y'all, I was putting my head down because I was like, that cannot possibly be the message. And yet it is. And I was just going to say something about snakes. And Rosa's got, Dawn, yes, the snake is great at teaching us to shed the old. I assume Dawn said something about snakes. But here's what I was going to say. This is craziness. Okay. Mongoose. Self-assurance. Self-assertion. Candidness. Genuine. As I'm going to guess that you all know, that mongoose are fierce fighters, and they can jack up a snake. Wow. So I want to be sure I have this right. Scorpios out there, I would tell you that, Riki Tiki Tabby, I would tell you that, man, okay, I'm just going to give you the message as it's coming to me. So Scorpios, for your zodiac sign, you're going to have to be a mongoose in like the way a mongoose turns into a mongoose when they've got a snake that they need to get rid of. And that's rough. Now, let me just say this. That might be yourself. And why that is Scorpios are the snake, the scorpion, the snake, and the eagle. It's the only zodiac sign that has 3 animals, because it's you at your least elevated, then your middle elevated, and then when you ascend. Because Scorpios can be, we can be kind of scary. Bye, little C, big C. Y'all, we can be a little scary, and I know that. But when you take a look at mongoose, what I'm being shown is you've got to be literally like a mongoose and absolutely go after the snake that could harm you and yours, but that could mean yourself, that part of yourself that is a poisonous snake, a threatening snake. And so it can be that, but you definitely have to just take it out. Whatever that means for you, just take it out. And that might cause a kerfuffle. It might cause some uncomfortableness. And yet you've got to do it. So I know this is kind of heavy, but it's like, I don't want to say desperate times call for desperate measures. But what I do keep hearing is it's always darkest before the dawn. It's always darkest before the dawn. Scorpios. Those of you out there, Julie, the Monday sign readings are for this week. Or like for Pegasus, which was the overall card, I really feel like that's going to carry y'all through the next month. So Scorpios, are you all out there? Do you have something really almost like a battle or a skirmish or or some kind of fight that's on your mind? And this could be, meaning you might be fighting a health thing. You might be fighting an emotional thing. You might be fighting a whatever. I mean, it could be all kinds of things. But I feel like there's something going on where you are going through a battle of some kind. And it doesn't have to be like in 300 or Gladiator, but it's something that's deeply meaningful for you. It may look like something small to somebody else, but it's deeply meaningful for you. And so whatever that is, oh, Sylvie, your husband's a nurse. Let me tell you, my niece is a critical care nurse. She is a ER. I mean, she's a trauma nurse. She gets into all that trauma drama. She's a Pisces, by the way, and she even does that. So here's what I'm going to tell you, and they are fighting for their rights, no joke. I would say to you that whatever this is, First of all, mongoose energy is going to win. So if you are afraid to have this battle, address whatever, don't. Because mongoose is going to help you. And I keep hearing, do the right thing, get rid of the poison, get rid of the poison, get rid of the poison. And I keep hearing, again, for Scorpios, mongoose as a spirit totem and power animal is like, you're going to easily be able to get rid of the poison when almost no one else around you could, because you'll have a natural sense of how to attack it. And these are really, really strong words, and I totally know that. I totally get that. But it is, there's something else going on. There's something else going on there, that the work is deeper. It's kind of like the story that I just told you guys, about being the canary in the coal mine. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't, and I don't, getting fired from your doctor, usually you've got to be like a crazy person, like extreme, and have a history and this and that. And after 15 years of being a perfectly compliant patient, of being a perfect patient that has no drama, no fuss, no muss, everybody else in the office loves me, that my doctor was part of the cancel culture so fast, and there it went, and then the truth came out. So while I don't like it, I do not respect that move on her part. I know that it was ultimately better for me for some reason that is not known to me yet, but I'll tell you who else it's better for. Everybody else, it's her patient. Because that young lady was going to get somebody killed with her this and her hand on her hip and her like we're scrapping in the parking lot of Walmart. So, okay, I didn't like it, but I'll take it on the chin for that. No problem. I'm all right with that. It's like that, y'all. There's something. Yeah, there we go. So all that said is, that's the kind of energy I'm feeling around Scorpio. Okay, there we go. Scammers really think they're smart. They get back on under another name and they say, you hung up on me last time. I didn't hang up on you. I blocked you. Okay. Sagittarius. This is the Sagittarius tarot reading for Monday, August 21st, 2021. Cougar. Okay. So let me say, that's a lot of cat energy. And even though I could make all kinds of jokes about being, a cougar in the fun thing that it is today, older women chasing after younger men. Let me tell you the visual that I'm seeing. I'm seeing Hops? Poppy? I just noticed she wasn't laying behind me. Y'all excuse me just a second. I'm so sorry. My dog is barking. I just noticed she's not behind me. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hops? Oh, yeah, you are. What are you doing out here? Okay. She's fine. She's in the living room. I don't know what she was barking about. Okay. I keep seeing the archer that is the Sagittarius, and I'm watching you pull back the bow this way. But instead of it, I don't know if y'all saw the Hunger Games, but at the end of the Hunger Games, Katniss looked like she was gonna let her arrow high fly and hit Donald Sutherland. But then she, at the last second, she tilted up and she got who the new Cancer was, because he was already dying. He already was dying. She knew that. But she saw the new Cancer, the new problem, the new evil person, almost like in, well, exactly like in Game of Thrones. They became so such a zealot about their mission. They were able to do, or they were willing to do the things that the people they were fighting, the bad guys, they were willing to start doing things evil like they did, but in the name of justice. But then it's evil, and how are you different than the evil? That's what I keep seeing for you, Sagittarius, is that you think you're aiming straight in front of you. But Cougar, literally, just like this Cougar is, with a vantage point up at the top of a mountain or even a tall hill, is calling for you to come up there, and it's going to lead you. It's going to lead you down a path to what your elevated target should be. So, for instance, let's say that you want to, I don't know, anything, y'all. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. You're supposed to be doing the elevated or bigger version, of what you want to do or be. So whatever you're thinking, you've got to expand your thinking. You've got to expand your, you've got to make it bigger. And if you'll work with Cougar energy, really, truly, Cougar will help you see the way. I would read everything I could about Cougars. Everything. And also, because Cougars are known by a lot of different names, right? I would encourage you to look at different parts of the country, of the U.S. where they're at. And there's something about the states that they're primarily in, that one of those states is going to really call you. It might end up being a move, but for sure it's going to end up being, the energy of that state will resonate with you in the journey you're supposed to go on. Liam Helmsworth. Why are we talking about Liam Helmsworth? I would like to talk about Liam Helmsworth. I wouldn't really. Okay. Okay, see, Stacy, you've been looking for a new state to move to. I don't know, y'all, but I'm telling you right now, there's something about Cougar. And again, Bobcat, Cougar, Florida Panther, same diff. I would really encourage you to be, to look at that for the change. But again, it's elevated. If you've been looking this way, you've got to look up, and then you've got to go up there, wherever up there is, and you've got to meet with Cougar, and you've got to let Cougar guide you. Because all I can see is you walking along this path, and Cougar keeps looking behind to see if you're still behind, and keeps leading the way, leading the way, leading the way. Y'all, these readings this morning, they're kooky. They're kooky, but I hope that was helpful. Okay, Capricorn. This is the Capricorn Tarot reading for, August 30th, 2021. The rat inverted. Okay, now. This is straight up. Okay, my Capricorns out there. Capricorns, are you all feeling more tired than usual? Are you feeling like depleted of energy more than usual? Just say yes if you've been feeling a little more dragged down than usual. A little more like, I just need to sleep. I just need some rest. I just need to take a break. Natasha, you're a Capricorn? Okay. when I step into the energy of the rat card inverted, now it's from the moms and babies pack, the expansion pack of the arc. And rats, especially in the Chinese culture, there's the year of the rat, there's the rat Chinese zodiac sign, and it is, if that is one of your birth totems, you are smart and you're cunning and you just have a way about you that you just can put pieces together so quickly and get to a finish line and a goal way before other people can. You're industrious, and it's really thought in China, if you're born in the year of the rat, you are definitely destined for great financial success and great respect in the community. That's the energy of that year. Now, that said, Capricorn, for your zodiac sign, it is, I just keep hearing that you're tired. And even if Capricorn is not your rising sign, if it's in a significant place in your chart, or your sun sign, or whatever, and it's not in a significant place in your chart, you may resonate with this still. It is, I just feel like anybody with Capricorn is just tired, and with good reason. You cannot support the weight of the world. Y'all. Okay, y'all. Let me just say, I assume that I have I'm not going to call anybody out by name, but this is a little bit of a heavy duty message, and so I'm going to pass this message along. I feel like this is especially true for a Capricorn, because right now it's the Capricorn tarot reading. But I'm also hearing that, like Pegasus, this is a message for everyone. So I'm just going to deliver the message, which is this. Anybody here that's in the reading today on the live, if you have lost a child, however that came about, electively or not electively, it doesn't matter. There's something about the weight of losing a child that is truly weighing heavy on you right now. And that can be a fur baby. It can be a human child, maybe a project that you wanted to start, a business you were in or whatever that's gone all to hell in a handbasket. But there's something about the loss of a child that is weighing your heart down. And I'm feeling it down into the pit of my stomach so much that I want to go curl up in a ball. I want to pull all the curtains in my house, all the shades. I want to turn on some meditation music. I want Amy to clear my calendar for today. Don't do it, Amy. I'm just saying this is what it feels like. And I just want to curl up in a ball, and I want to be in the dark, and I want to sleep. I just want to be alone and in the quiet and in the dark and just sleep and try to sleep it away. There's something about this, and you don't have to put in, yeah, there's something, you don't have to put in the chat that this makes it true for you. Okay, see, Canuel, and this might be for your friend. Christina. Oof. Okay. Oh, y'all. I am just sending you so much love. I never had children, but I know what I feel like when my fur babies transition. I've had a business blow up in my face. Kind of, sort of, not really. It's a long story. I just can't even imagine. I can't even imagine with a human child. I totally get it. That said, again, this is, I feel like for sure, this is for Cappies. But I also feel for sure, it's for anybody who's had this, and that is this. You know, Capricorns are not necessarily known for moving fast. But whatever, Rosa, I'm so sorry. Karen. But, oh, Stephanie, I'm so sorry. I know this is like, Mondays, we have high, it's not that we had high energy, we still have the high energy, but when serious stuff comes in, well, it's all really serious, but when serious stuff comes in, it is, wow. Christina. Well, see, there you go, Christina. That's about all of this. Wow. Okay. There's a reason and a timing for everything. So, all that being said, whatever this is, the loss, give yourself time. Give yourself time to move through it, and you will move through it. I'm not even supposed to tell you you'll heal in time, because what does that even really mean when it comes to something like this? But you will move through it. And if there are days that you need to take, oh, wow, Amy, I totally, wow. Okay. So that said, I'm going to move on, but that's for everybody, and that's for sure for Capricorn, because there's something about this experience that's going to give you a deeper wisdom than you've ever, and find deeper reserves than you ever even thought that were accessible to you. It won't make things better, but it will definitely bring you back to life, if that makes sense. Yeah, for sure, Dawn. Sorry. Wow. Okay. See, Restless? The Sun card, and there you go. Wowzers. Okay. All right, man, Capricorn, I hope that's helpful. And to everybody who's experienced that, I hope it's helpful. Okay, Aquarius. Moving on to the Aquarius tarot reading, right? Aquarius tarot reading. So this is also an interesting card to come out for Aquarius. It's the Nautilus, which is the Ace of Cups. So Aquarius, you're the dreamer of dreams. You're a visionary. Like, you can see things standing right in front of you that other people are like, I don't see that. And yet you see it in front of you. It's as real to you as anything, because it is real in your vision and in your mind. But other people can't see that expansive, visionary kind of thing. I feel like you all have Aquarius for your zodiac sign, right? This is the Aquarius zodiac reading. I feel like you're taking on water. And it's cool because, Aquarians are not supposed to be water signs. But I know a number of astrologers who think that the Aquarius, because, I say this often, that what the, listen, when you've got the waters of life that flow out of your jug, I don't know how much more water sign it gets than that, or how much more important water can be, right? But for Aquarius, you are taking on water. You instead of you're taking on water. Now, Nautilus shells are the perfect spiral, but there are two things that work here, which is that people think that the Fibonacci sequence, that the Nautilus shell perfectly represents the Fibonacci sequence, because the Fibonacci sequence is a perfect mathematical sequence. And in fact, if you read more up on it, a Nautilus shell it's wrong. It is patently mathematically wrong. Look it up. But I'm looking at Aquarius flipped upside down as the Nautilus shell, so it's taking on water. And you might be having a moment of concern, not panic, but like, uh-oh, I'm going under here a bit. You have the capacity to take on more water, because what's going to happen is, again, you're being asked, it's almost like you're a recycler. No, you're an alchemist. Y'all. Anybody out there that is an Aquarius, you've got Aquarius in a significant place in your chart, or you've been thinking about alchemy. Anybody out there thinking about alchemy, how to literally turn this into that magically? Like, even if you lay in bed at night and you're like, well, I wish this would turn into this, or I wish this would turn into that. But maybe you're working with food as an alchemy, or liquids alchemically, essential oils, perfumes, medications, even if you're doing naturopath healing at home, or you're under the care of a naturopath or something. Are y'all thinking about alchemy? Okay, meaning, Gail, you're studying alchemy and using it for manifesting. Okay, I've been making tinctures. Keep taking on water. You are not going under. And what I'm looking at is, eventually the water will seek its own level. And while others may look around you and think you're going under, and you may momentarily think you're going under, really what you're doing all down in your shell, it's like if you were in a movie and you walk through a small place, and then you walk through that place, and then it's this big magical world that no one else on the outside knew about. I'm literally looking at a beautiful, beautiful, but big lab, like a laboratory. And so you may also even be in the process of trying to invent something. And you're mixing all of these pieces and parts to make something. That's a form of alchemy. This could be art. This could be all kinds of things. But when and I kind of almost am seeing the movie Willy Wonka as well. In all of their different rooms, there's like the fizzy lifting drink room, and then there's this room, and then there's this room. It's like that. There's some kind of magical alchemy that's going on that is, it's cool. Whenever you're ready to pour that new, fresh, inventive, amazing, alchemic, whatever, liquid or thought, or I don't know, it's gonna be fantastic. My part of fortune in the birth chart is Aquarius. Okay, well, there you go, Raven. So there's got to be something about that where when it comes to fortune, whatever that means to you, you just gotta, the only thing I can say is, so I've had an ice cream maker. I bought it way back when COVID was first starting and we didn't know how long we were going to be locked down, blah, blah. And I wasn't really trying to get off sugar. And we tried it this weekend, my sister and I. Admittedly, I had some sugar this weekend, but it's like that. So you start with a base of whatever flavor you want, then you can add whatever you want. Well, I've got ideas for 50,000 different kinds of ice cream, up to and including banana bread ice cream, where you make banana and cinnamon ice cream, and then at the end you whack up real banana bread into it, and there you go. A this, a that, a whatever, right? But it is, there's something about that, whatever alchemically is, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm just saying that I do put cinnamon in my banana bread. Heck to the yeah. Okay. So, oh, Dawn, let me tell you something. I got a Cuisinart, a commercial grade. You want that because you can make ice cream all day long in it, whereas the ones that you have to freeze the bucket with the ice cream in the freezer and then you mix it and all that, you can only do one batch a day. This way you can do all kinds of batches, and literally in less than an hour it's done, and it's amazing. But that said, all that being said, yeah, nutmeg, exactly. So there you go. There's something about sacred alchemy. You might think you're taking on water. You might in a moment's panic feel like you're going under, but you're not. You're getting everything that you need to be able to churn out something really amazing. So there you go. I hope that's helpful. Okay. And finally, Lily, what did you mention earlier? Zebra. And there it is. Zebra. Okay, that's crazy. So Pisces, this is a Pisces tarot reading for Monday, August 21st or August 30th, 2021. And here's the story. Ha. Okay, so I'm watching Pisces, and if you'll notice, there are two zebras in here. They're in the mom and babies pack. They've got stripes. They're two-toned. Pisces is a two animal zodiac sign. Pisces. Listen to this. Okay. I only get this message every now and again for Pisces, like maybe a dozen times the whole time I've been reading. But I'm being told to tell Pisces to lean into the camouflage of zebra and be slippery as needed. Meaning sometimes you'll go up, sometimes you'll go down, sometimes you'll go back up, just like the Pisces symbol, right? Sometimes you'll go up, sometimes you'll go back down. And you're supposed to keep them guessing. Keep them guessing, keep them guessing. There's something about whatever Pisces has going on right now is that you really are supposed to zig when they think you're going to zag and zag when they think you're going to zig. Because I do feel like somebody is trying to catch you. Yeah, slippery when wet. Exactly, little c, big C. It is, there's something about that is, it's about expectations. Right, is it zebra or is it grass? There's something about others' expectations of what you should do and should not do that really is there. This, whoever it is, it could be a boss at work, it could be yourself, it could be friends, family, it could be whatever. But this is about expectations that are not right for you. They're just not. But there's some reason that you're not supposed to just turn around flat out and go, that's not for me. Enough with the expectations. You're not supposed to do that, because what's going to happen is, thank you, Lily. What's going to happen is they're actually going to come around to your way of thinking, and or you're going to come around to your way of thinking. Case in point, can't lie, had a little moment of panic when Joel was like, he was so afraid to tell me. He was like, oh my God. I was like, well, I mean, yeah, my heart is crushed, but you've got to take this other job. You've got to take this other opportunity. Are you kidding me? I would be angry with you if you didn't. You've got to move forward in your life the way you want to move forward and live the big life you want to live. And then I had a moment of panic, and I was like, oh my God, now I got to find a new video. I mean, you know, it's not easy to do what we do. It's not. But I was told, don't go looking yet, that the right answer will come along. And I was like, I don't know why you mean the right person. I said that to Spirit, and Spirit said, no, the right answer. Well, as I reasoned through it over these past few weeks, as exemplified by not doing the daily readings, my channel's a little bit empty than what it normally is. I finally came to the conclusion we're going to do these in-house, because I want to pivot to teaching anyway. And there's, clearly I'm going to still do the readings and whatnot, but I'm really supposed to be pumping out the teaching, and showing people more how to connect with their own metaphysical pieces and parts and develop them and get in step with the spirit, totem, and power animals, the whole 9 yards. And lo and behold, came upon the, you know what, we're going to do them in-house. Amy and I are going to do them in-house. And I have a couple other people that work with me in-house. We're going to do it. And it's going to be what it was meant to be all along. So that is like that's the case in point of what I found was when I was slippery. I mean, I wasn't really trying to hide anything from anybody, and nobody had any expectations for me but me. When I allowed myself to zig, when one part of my mind thought it was supposed to zag, and was trying to tell the other part of my mind to zag, I just got slippery, and then I zigged instead of zagging, and came upon what I think is going to be a really fascinating, fantastic opportunity for really everybody. At least that's my hope. And it's that kind of thing, Pisces. You know, mostly Pisces are like trying to, you're willing to relocate. Lily, you don't have to relocate. I don't know what you do. What do you do? We should talk about that. To do stuff with me, you don't, I mean, Amy lives here in Gainesville, but the other people I work with are literally around the world. And so when I first started working with Joel, he lived in New York, and then he moved to Connecticut, and then he moved to Portland. Then he moved to Portland. I've never met Joel in person. I've talked to him a jillion times over the years on Skype and Zoom and whatever. But it is you've just got to get slippery. Allow yourself to slide in and out. And don't, I'm telling you, the people or the situations or even in your own head that's trying to press you to make a decision and see things only one way, you're going to see things a different way, and then you're going to go a different way, and it's going to be so much better for you. And anything or anybody that's been trying to hold you back or trying to force you to make a decision right now and move right now, they're going to come around to your way of thinking and be an ally for you, and it's going to work really well. Now, having said that, let me just say this. Y'all, it's all about the Pegasus, no trouble. It's all about it's all about the Pegasus. That's it. Surpassing your own expectations, that whatever you've limited yourself with, right? And so, thank you, Christina. That's very kind of you. When you're healed, we can talk about that. Oh, yeah. Apophyllite would be a great stone to work with. Oh my God. Apophyllite. Love it. What else? Moonstone for sure. Quartz, lapis, blue kyanite. Yep. Yep. Those are ice cream flavors? I thought you were typing in what would go, a crystal that would go really well with Pegasus energy. And even at lapis lazuli and blue kyanite, I was like, oh wow. I don't know that I know what a dendritic agate is. I'll look it up. I don't know that I've heard of that. But, oh, rainbow moonstone. Who doesn't love a rainbow moonstone? So beautiful. Okay, so that is the story. Zebra jasper. Well, even tiger's eye could be good. A Lemurian seed. Everybody needs a Lemurian seed. Okay, so there we go. All right, so thank you all for hanging in there till the very end. I have seen your comments about trying to do this so the people that are quote unquote last don't have to sit around and wait forever, or I have to run short. I've heard that, and I like the idea. I think somebody suggested that 1 week I start with Aries and then the next week I start at Pisces and work the way back up, so that everybody's got a full kind of a, you know, everybody has to contend with the same thing, which is my big blabbermouth running long. But when Spirit gives me the message, y'all, I got to give the message. So so next week, somebody just remind me, Amy, we'll start with Pisces first and then we'll work our way back up the chart. Dolphin quartz, I've never heard of that, but yeah, I will. So I hope that was helpful. I love you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to just spread the wisdom of of metaphysics and helping, you know, mostly really thank you for being people that want to set yourself free and live in as wild and free and not unencumbered so much as just not let anything or anyone chain you. And that means including yourself. So what, and I'm going to leave the chat on for just a few minutes. Okay, Christina, I hear you. I see you. I read you. And so, I will say to you that, what is it we always say? Do good for animals, including yourself, and stay wild. Bye, guys. See you Wednesday. Remember, Wednesday is Healing Wednesday, so show up with healing stuff. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.